Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because in our new crypto segment, we're going to cover everything you need to know about the upcoming IPO for Coinbase. Coinbase is basically the first real company to go public to challenge this whole market. So before I get into it, please take a second to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button, share it with all your friends and colleagues, and let's get into it. On April 1st, Coinbase announced that they were going to go public. Okay, fantastic. Company's doing a ton of business, and they announced that they're going to do what they call a direct offer, where they're going to sell shares directly to the public without an intermediary. So, you don't have to have a bank underwrite the offering. It's going to go directly to the public. And Slack just did this. Spotify just did this. And this basically is one of the most anticipated IPOs ever, because first, it's the first real crypto IPO. Now there's people going, no, Johnson IPO, crypto did it, and crypto Slack, they're on the pink sheets. There are tons of them. Tell me a company that's larger in the crypto space that has more meaning than Coinbase that does it. It's definitely the biggest company to do this right now. The initial reports of the value right now has been $68 billion. $70, $80 billion. I've read reports that Coinbase, when this goes public, will be worth upwards of $100 billion, and the share price could be $300 or even $400 a share by the time the day is done. So again, it's an exciting time to watch this, and you're going to see this thing go crazy on the 14th because the shares will go public. They've got insiders that can buy and all that stuff, and you can put your bids in and things like that. But eventually, they'll start to trade the shares publicly, and I think it's going to be complete haywire and completely crazy that day. But let's get into what Coinbase is so you have a better picture of it for the layman and they can understand it. Now, let's say you want to buy Bitcoin. You can become a Bitcoin miner, which is very expensive, very costly. You've got to set up servers and things like that. And let's face it, most of us don't know how to do that. You can hire people, but it's incredibly expensive to mine Bitcoin. Now, you can use an exchange like Coinbase, and they will basically transact Bitcoin for you. You can buy portions of Bitcoin. You can buy a percentage of it and hold it in a digital wallet, which is basically free. Now, you say, well, how do they make money if it's free? They make money from Bitcoin on transaction fees. And they make money when you buy and sell things, you have a transaction fee. It's very simple, it's a small percentage, and that's how they get their revenue. But when you look at this, they've got over 68 million customers from over 100 countries right now. Now think about that. When you hear that figure, 68 million customers from 100 countries. Any business, I don't care if you sold shoes or anything else, if you had 68 million customers, that's a lot. So this is definitely a player. The argument lately that cryptocurrency is here to stay, it's not here to stay, whatever, I think it's here to stay. I think what's not here to stay are some of these altcoins and some of these ridiculous, shenanigans, Dogecoins and things like that that you may or may not have heard of in the news. But clearly Coinbase is going to be here. Now, Coinbase makes money with what they call a margin fee. The margin fee is based on every purchase. It's basically 0.50% or 0.5% on everything that you purchase. They've also got a transaction fee that they have, and based on the country that you're in, there's a transaction fee. Some are larger, some are smaller, but that's how they make their money, and they've been incredibly profitable since they started. Now, Coinbase has other ways that they make money. They've got a thing called Coinbase Commerce. And now to give you an idea, it's like having a merchant account, but for crypto. It's basically making them the PayPal of crypto. You own a business, you own a dress shop, you want to take crypto, you're going to be able to swipe a card. Now, they've also got a brand new Coinbase card that's coming out, and the Coinbase card is going to be like a digital Visa where you're going to be able to use your crypto and pay for things. Pretty amazing, pretty cool that that's happening. But again, through their platform, they've never had a problem. And I'm not pitching this, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just telling you about Coinbase and the IPO so you guys have a better picture of it. The final thing is their USD coin, which is basically for, it's one coin for $1 that they're working on. And again, it's exciting. I think that this is going to be incredibly profitable. I think that you're going to see it kind of get feverish pretty quickly with Coinbase. One thing I enjoy about having a startup conference is when companies come in and they talk about raising funds for technology. Got a medical product or a medical service or biotech product, the science side of things, and they try to put a value on that. And basically they go on, we think the company's worth X based on how we're selling things or what the overall market's like. Coinbase in 2020 took in $1.3 billion. Wow. Okay, that's amazing. During their last raise, they raised $300 million in 2018. They haven't raised money since then, so that's pretty impressive. And also at the time, they had a valuation for the $300 million at $8 billion. So this place has exploded in value, and you're gonna see this thing, again, go to the moon just initially because people are very excited about it. It's something that when a lot of large companies use Coinbase as their digital wallet and how they transact with Bitcoin and things like that. But it's also something that the layman can use fairly easily to get themselves signed up. I have a friend that recently told me about getting signed up on Coinbase, and I think that you're going to see a lot more people as this thing builds sign up for it as well. From everything I've read, one thing that's interesting is they say a bet on Coinbase is a bet on Bitcoin. Now in 2017, one Bitcoin, the beginning of 2017, was $1,000. Today, at the making of this video, it's just over 60,000. So yes, it's gone up and down, but today it's at one of its highs right now. And it's going to be interesting because, as these other exchanges open to compete, the idea with this and the problem that I've seen is from a guy that's not in crypto. It's very convoluted. But you're going to see more and more exchanges open up to compete with Coinbase. It's again, they're first, they're the largest right now, but you're going to see others come out and try to compete. Now the Coinbase stock will be traded under the symbol COIN, coin, on NASDAQ. Now, it's a pretty cool symbol. I mean, it is what it is. It's kind of shocking that coin has never been taken on NASDAQ before, but that's what it is. There are other companies out there that are even betting on the success of this. There's speculation that this thing could go above a $200 billion valuation on that day. But again, I think you're going to see some crazy, crazy numbers for this thing. Again, it just hasn't been proven yet, but this is kind of a big moment because this is selling direct to the public, and it's going to be sold in a big, big way. They've got to maintain profitability with margins and things like that. This is just like any other business. In the future, there's going to be competition. So Coinbase is going to have to compete with them. PayPal saw it. All these other companies have seen it, and it's no different. So if cryptos are going to stick around, hopefully this will stick around. And if you're going to put money into it, think before you put $1 into it, because I think it's going to go sky high and then drop and play games with it. But again, I'm not giving you investment advice. Now, there's been some great articles written on this, and I'll have links below. But what is most important is that clearly this company is very profitable. I'm not giving investment advice, but you can look at the S1 filing yourself. This is the financial filing that companies do prior to going public. And, it's pretty fascinating. I read this thing and was, pretty impressed with everything they're doing. But one thing that they have for the layman is, that's pretty cool, is they've got definitions of what everything is. And you can read this thing and go through it, all the verified users, the money, the $456 billion in lifetime trading volume. That's impressive stuff. But look at the definitions of everything. What mining is, what networking is, what retail users are, what a wallet is. This is a big deal, and this is a great resource for everybody. Look at the CEO, Mr. Rich Guy. I'm going to close it out with this. There is another exchange called FTX. FTX has issued a pre-IPO gamble that you can buy and bet on what the price is going to be for Coinbase. It's up 16% already. So, based on this, it's going to give it a stock price of close to $500 a share. So craziness. We'll see. Please like and follow. Please stick around in the future. We do marketing, stimulus, news, business, a little bit of everything, grants, how to get your phone to ring, all this cool stuff. Please reach out to me on social media. You've got all the contact information below. And like, follow, subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon.